Learn how a blower door can benefit your next building inspection in this week's IR Spectrum. I've got a clip to share with you from our information conference. We'll have that here in a moment, but first, the latest from ITC. If you're thinking about getting certified this summer, there's never been a better time with our lowest price ever on our Diamond Package Special. Give us a call at 866-872-4647 and use the discount code EBDITC3 to get 15% off the entire bundle. A blower door is a necessary tool for any building thermographer trying to locate air leakage. And not just in existing buildings, it can be useful in new construction too, especially with spray foam installations where we can find gaps in the insulation prior to putting up the sheetrock. A great opportunity for cost savings. This clip from our 2015 Information Conference in Nashville demonstrates exactly that, including tips for where to look and the types of thermal patterns that you'll detect. Let's check it out.
Okay, tools for testing gaps in SPF. So a blower door, in my experience, a blower door and infrared camera are pretty much inseparable. The infrared camera is really good for all the stuff that we know it to be, but to induce air leakage, you really need a blower door. Air leakage, this is what it looks like in the eye of an infrared camera. These are all different houses, all with a blower door. So from upper left, we got lots of air leakage in the top plates. It's a brand new house. They didn't seal up. They didn't put the poly vapor / air barrier up in there. They could have used spray foam. There's other materials that they could use. Upper right-hand corner, that'll be an attic hatch. And on this attic hatch, you can actually see it coming out at the trim kit right around here. So what we see our builders doing, they're getting some DAP or some sealant up in there, some caulking and white stuff, because it's usually stipple sealing, and just sealing up in there. But it's also leaking here where the hatch sits on the lip. So typically what we see is some of that peel and stick. Down here, some air leakage across the baseboards. This is actually an older house, so if you're doing some remediation on an older house. Baseboards are kind of tricky. There's really no really good way, in my experience, to seal these up. You can caulk into the baseboards, but caulking gets wet, dirty and that sort of stuff. And then at ceiling fixtures, and this could be speaker kits in ceilings, fan units, recessed lights, can lights are really bad, tend to be really bad. So blower door, infrared, fire up the blower door, a little bit of a cool day. As I said, just about always at transitions. That's where we're going to see a lot of leakage. So the air leakage appears as wispy lines right in there. So then we'll look at a $1.5 million renovation. And so that's what they did. They actually built 9-inch walls, but they were very conscientious of what they were doing. And so was the builder. He wanted to build a good house. And so anybody that wants to build a high-performance home, this is the kind of stuff that you might get asked. Blower door, infrared, a bit of air leakage right up in there in a bedroom. So that's the gap in the foam, right in there. So I walked through the attic afterwards, and if you ever have a chance when you're doing these kind of projects to walk through during tear out or in an accessible attic like this, really good education. Right up in there. So you can't image unless the air that's coming in or out, if you reverse your fan, hits a solid object. You can't image air into air. Right below here was a plug, so you could feel it when you went by, but where is it coming from? Well, we knew the wire went up in here, and that's the gap right there. Right here, that was at that little sunlight at the front of the house. And in there, so those are gang trusses and a bit of hole in there. And so my suggestion is to caulk in here before you gang those together.
Speaking of information, details on the 2018 Information Conference are set to be released soon. Be among the first to know. Head to information.org and join the conference mailing list to receive the latest news, special offers, and more regarding the industry's largest IR training experience and networking event. And remember, for the very latest information, be sure to get social with ITC. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn, where we post industry news, special training offers, and a whole lot more. And if you're looking for our complete training schedule, or perhaps want to register for an upcoming certification course, feel free to give us a call, send us an email, or check out our website at infraredtraining.com.